Hello students, in our today's lecture we are starting the unit number 3, Process Control Techniques. In this unit 3 we are studying a various chart of the control limits to check whether their process is under control or not. The Professor D.A. Servat introduced these various techniques, and let's start with the step by step each chart. So first we are studying X bar chart. To find out the X bar chart, there is a specific formulas of that. The first limits, control limits of X bar chart. There are various control limits. First is central line control limit. Formula is X double bar, right? Then LCL, that means lower control limit. Lower control limit is equals to X double bar minus A2 R bar. R stands for range. X bar stands for mean, and A2, that specific variation any element is given in your sum. So it's A2, and if it is not given we can find out with this. A2 is equals to 3 upon D2 under root n, and the value of the D2 is also given. There is a lower control limit. Now upper control limit. There are three limits: central line, lower limit, upper limit. So upper limit is X double bar plus A2 R bar, right? So whenever we prepare a chart and put the central line limits, any point it will go beyond this limit. Any point goes beyond this limit, either it's a lower from the lower limit or upper from the upper limit. That known as process is not under control. But every point of the chart we put on the between this range also, lower limit and between upper limit, right? So all the points come under this limits, then known as process is under control. So no need to require a changes. But if there is a chances of the out of control limit, so we need to take action against it. That will be process is not under control, right? This is a X bar chart. Along with this, there is a second chart, R chart. R stands for range. In which range we have to study that the process is under control or not, right? So there is a control limits of R chart. Again, in the R chart also there are three control limits. There is a central line is equals to R bar. Then lower control limits. Lower control limits is equals to D3 R bar. And upper control limits D4 R bar. Here D3 and D4 are a constant which is depend upon the subgroup of the size n, and their values are given in the tables. So value of the D3 and D4 is given in your sum. So you have to put this in the graph, and any point where goes beyond the lower limit or upper limit, right? So that's known as process is not control. But every point of the chart we get between this range, that known as the process is under control. So in this kind of chart we have to only see that the process is controlled or not, and if it is not controlled, which are the necessary steps we have to take care about, right? Let's start with the illustration to understand the basic X bar chart and R chart. Let's start with the illustration number 1. a factory produces 50 cylinders per hour. The sample of the 4 cylinders are taken at a random from the population of the every hour and the diameter of the cylinder are measured. Draw X bar chart and R chart and decide whether process is a control or not. N is equals to 4, A2 is equals to 0.73, D3 is equals to 0 and D4 is equals to 2.28. The various sample and the diameter of the cylinder is given. So sample 1 to 15 and x1, x2, x3 and x4. Cylinder's diameter is given. So let's start the calculation. So first we start the sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Now put the x1, x2, x3, x4, sigma xi, x bar and r. So for X chart and R chart, this kind of a table we have to prepare. This, let's put all the value of the x1, x2, x3 and x4 that is given in the sum also, right? So for sample 1, x1 is 230, 238, 242 and 250. What is sigma I? Sigma I is the total of this 4 element. So 230, 238, 242 plus 250. It will come 960. Right? 960 divided by 4. That will get the x bar. So simply we know that sigma xi upon n. N is given 4. So 960 divided by 4. We get the answer of the mean 240. Right? And now range. What do you mean by the range? Highest value minus lowest value. Which one is the highest value? Highest value is a 250 and lowest value is a 230. So 250 minus 230, it will come 20. Right? The same thing we have to do for all the 15 samples. Let's start with the sample number 2. 220, 230, 218, 242. Let's total of this sigma xi. Total of this is 910. Right? 910 divided by 4. It will come 227.5. Right? And range. Range will come highest value minus lowest value. Highest value is 242 and the lowest value is 218. It will come 24. Right? Now sample number 3. 222, 232, 236 and 240. Now total of the 4, 930. X bar 930 divided by 4. It will come 232.5. Range. Highest value minus lowest value. Highest is 240, lowest is 222. It will come 80. Right? Now sample number 4. 250, 240, 230, 225. Total of the sum is 945. Mean 945 divided by 4. It will come 236.5. The range will come highest value minus lowest value. Highest value 250, lowest value 225, range will be 25. Right? Now sample number 5. 228, 242, 235 and 225. Total of this 930. 930 divided by 4. it will come to 32.5. Range, highest value minus lowest value, highest value, lowest value, answer will come 17. Right? So same process we have to take till the sample number 15. So we have written down all the format of this. Let's start with the calculation of the control limits. Control limits for X bar chart. Control limits for X bar chart. First, central line. Central line is equals to double X bar. So we have to total the X bar column. We have to total the X bar column. What is the total of the X bar column? 240 plus 227 plus 232, total of this whole column. It will come 3591.75. So it will come 3591.75. Divide by how much sample is there? 15. So here 15 would be there. 3591.75 divide by 15. It will come 239.45. The central limit will be 239.45. Now upper limit UCL, upper control limits. What is the formula of the upper control limits? A double bar plus A2 R bar. So first we have to calculate the R bar also. So let's calculate. R bar is equals to total of the R column. So total of the R column will come 385. So sigma R upon sample capital N. So sigma R is 385, sample is 15. So it will come 25.66. So R bar came 25.66. Let's put in the upper control limit X double bar, that means 239.45 plus A2. The value of the A2 is already given here, 0.73. 0.73 into R bar 25.66. So it will come to 239.45 plus 0.73 into 25.66. It will come 18.7318 plus 239.45. Upper control limit will be 258.18. Now lower control limit X double bar minus A2 R bar. So we have all the values. There is only one difference, there is a sign difference. So here it's a plus, here it's a minus. So X double bar 239.45 minus 0.73 into 25.66. So answer will come 398.45 minus 18.7318. $220.72. So central line is at 239.45, upper control limit is 258 and lower control limit is 220. Right? On the basis of this calculation, we have to make a X bar chart. But before we make a X bar chart, we are calculating the calculation of the R chart also. So control limit of R bar chart. First, central line. Central line is equals to R bar. R bar we have already calculated it, 25.66. Now, upper control limit. Upper control limit is equals to D4 R bar. The value of the D4 is already given, 2.28. So 2.28 into 25.66. 58.50. Now lower control limit D3 into R bar. D3 is equals to 0 and R bar is 24.66. So anything multiply with 0, answer will be 0. So lower control limit will be 0 for the R chart. Right? On the basis of this, all the calculation, we are going to prepare a chart. Let's see how we are making it. There is a format of the X bar chart. Here the X axis, here we take the samples, and on the Y axis we are taking the value of X bar. Which value of the X bar? The whole range of the X bar. 240, 227, 232, 236. This range we are putting on the chart. Right? So what is the X bar? X bar chart, lower limit is a 220. Right? And upper limit is 258. So we are putting a range over here starting from 215, because just because lower limit is 220. If it is a below that, if any point come below in the 220, we can put it on the chart paper. So let's start with the 215, 220, 225, 230, 235, 240, 245, 250, 255, 260 and 265. Because upper limit is 258, that means around 260, right? And we have to take another extra step just because there will be any point beyond the upper limit, right? So we are taking the samples as like this, and we have a 15 sample. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So in the X bar chart we have taken sample over here. The range of the X bar is given. First what we have to do, we have to point it out the central limit, upper control limit and lower control limit. So let's start with the central limit. Central limit is 239.45, that means around 240, right? So I am making the central line limit regard in the slightly down towards the 240, right? It's a 235 and 240, so slightly down towards the 240 we are making a line. This line is known as central line, right? Now upper control limits is a 258, so beyond the slightly down to the 260 we are placing a line. Known as upper control limit, right? Now lower control limit is 220.72, so we are making a lower limit at the 220, at the 220. There is a lower control limit, right? Let's put the mark of the each and element of the X bar chart. So first is 240, second is 227, third is 232. So same way we are putting the values. So on the first there is a 240, so near a 240 we are making a point. For the sample 2 there is a 227, so in between this 200, for 3 232 it will come here, then 4 236 it will come here, 232 for the 6 it will come 230, then for 7 237, for 8 235, then 250, then for 10 224, then 11 238, for 12 256, then 13 252, for 14, 236, and for 15, 262. Now join all the points. So some kind of charts we get. Now we have to check any point gone beyond the upper limit or below the lower limits. So there is no points in the below the lower limit. Now only one point is gone on the beyond the upper limit. Only point number 15. Sample number 15 goes beyond the upper limit, right? And the beyond the 260 limit. So we have concluded that at the sample number 15, the process which goes out of control at a point 262. Right? Simple enough. You have understand this X bar chart. The same way we are going to prepare a R chart. This is the format of the R chart. In the x-axis we are taken the samples, and on the y-axis we have taken the R, the value of the R which we have find out in this range, right? So we have to put all these points on the R chart. What is the central line? Central line is around 25, upper limit is 58 and lower limit is 0. So here it's a 0, so it will become lower control limits, right? Now we have to make a central line and upper line. Central line is 25. So we are marking here as a central line. Then upper limit is 58. So around between the 55 and 60, we are making the line of the upper limit. Upper control limits, that is a lower control limit, central line and upper control limits. Now put the value of the R chart in this. For the first sample the range is 20, then 24. For the third there is 18. For the fourth 25. Sorry. For the 5 it is 17. For the 6 28. For the 7 10. Then for 8 it is 3. Then for 9 40. Then 11. For 11 it is 33. For 12 47. So it will come here. Then 13 56. $48. and for 15 there is 5. Let's join all the points very quickly. I have missed out the 1 point, sorry. So this kind of a chart we will get it. So let's start the observing that any point goes lower the lower limit or beyond the upper limit. So there is no point, sorry, there will be a mistake. I have not joined that point. So this kind of chart, any point not goes beyond the lower limit and goes up above the upper limit. That means on the range chart we can conclude that the process is under control. Understood? The same way there is a X bar chart and this is a R chart. The basics, very easy kind of charts will be there, and this question asks for 15 or 16 marks and you can score easily this kind of sum 15 to 16 marks, right? So we have to just calculate the basic calculation, then both of the control limits of the X bar chart as well as R chart, and you have to make up both the chart, right? Very easy. Thank you.